can settle in. It's not too strenuous this morning. I'm going to go through some poses and hold quite a lot of the poses. And it's a way, the sequence today is, well, they're always sort of sequenced like that, but it's a way to work through all the chakras of the body to hopefully give that overall balance in the body. But before we start, we'll just come to arrive. So settle in, close your eyes. Notice how you feel. I have a gentle breeze from the fan on me, which is lovely. But just see how you are today. How's the body feeling? How's the breath moving into the body? Is that invitation of the breath there straight away, or is it still a little bit laboured, restricted possibly? And if it is, how can you change that? Is there a way that you can relax through those shoulders? Relax through the face. Aligning head over heart and heart over pelvis, just to allow that length through the spine, which in turn allows that breath to flow just a little bit easier. I'm just going to read you a little reading from Dana Fultz, which I think is a really nice way here, just when we close our eyes, just to think about these words. And it is called yoga. So yoga is not about the pose. It's not about the alignment of the toes or the hips or the shoulders. It's not about the form. Yoga is an invitation to explore, not a command performance. It speaks the language of the soul. In the flow of the breath, the motion, yoga coaxes us from the confines of the known across the silent threshold into vastness. Yoga is the union of prayer and movement, guided from the inside. It is healing and the joy of saying yes to life. Breath, relax, breathe and feel the body receive its own truth. The seed of freedom flowers within each of us whenever we are open to what is real. Just take another moment here. Just allowing those words. Yoga is not about the poses and about the form. It's how we feel, how we move in the body, keeping it real and truthful. And all our own practices will be very different from each other. From here, gently bowing the chin to your chest, bringing the palms together at your heart. Just a gesture to yourself, to each other. Full breath in. Full breath out. Slowly lifting the head. And today we're going to come straight up to standing. So take your time. Allow yourself just to sort of wake up and then come to the front of your mat. So we are going to go through some sun salutations. Be a shame not to on a sunny day. So just arrive. We're going to take it slow, just to warm through the body first. Find your feet on the floor, that connection with the feet, lifting up through the toes. So as I've said many times, that upward lift through the front of the body and the groundedness through the back of the body. Allow the shoulders to come back just slightly. Navel draws in. full awareness. Exhale, slowly folding forward, bending the knees as much as you want. So you can really bend the knees here, especially in the first one. Little wiggle of the head here, and then inhale, halfway lift. Maybe hands on the shins or the thighs, moving slow. Exhale, folding back down. Planting the hands, just step one foot back, pause here, then step the other foot back. Lower the knees, chest and chin coming all the way down to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, push back onto knees. And then reaching the hips all the way up into our downward facing dog. Take a breath. So moving slow first of all, just feeling the body in these poses. Take one more breath here. Relaxing through the shoulders, maybe bending those knees. Look forward, stepping one foot, stepping the other, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, hands come out left to right. Exhale, hands at the heart. So we're going to pick up the pace. We're doing 5 more now, so feel free to carry that on just as we have been, coming down to the knees and moving through that way. Absolutely fine. Or we can just add on a little bit. So you decide. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, soften and fold. Step 1, step 2. Either come into plank or kneel in plank. Shift forward, lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale onto the top of the feet into cobra. Exhale, back down. Either pushing back through knees or up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Bend the knees on that exhale. Looking forward, stepping forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Reaching the arms all the way up. Exhale to our mountain. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half lift, your choice. Exhale, bend the knees, soften, step back, jump back if you wish. Again, lots of options here, lowering all the way down to the floor. Inhale into cobra. Exhaling back down. Curl those toes either through knees or plank. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath. Looking forward, stepping forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back with both feet. Lower the knees or chaturanga. Halfway into upward facing dog, coming onto the top of the feet, or lower down to cobra, just like before. Exhale. We'll meet all the way back when you're ready in downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhaling, looking forward, stepping forwards. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more, breathe in. Reaching up, exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees, plant the hands, either step one foot and then the other, or perhaps jump back to plank, lower all the way down, or chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhaling, coming all the way through to our downward facing dog. Take a breath. Bend the knees, look forwards, step forwards or jump, feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, jump back. Make your way into that heart opener, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel that stretch. We'll all meet here, take a breath. Bend the knees, look forward, step forward, jump forward, dance your way to the front. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, you should be feeling nice and warm now. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Try something new. Step back, jump back to plank, chaturanga, to downward, to upward facing dog or cobra. Take a stretch, find that breath. Exhaling, and then inhaling, all coming back into our downward facing dog. Exhale here to arrive. Take a breath. Allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Bend the knees. Exhale, stepping up, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, or hands by your side, palms facing out. Decide what you need. It's quite nice to have the palms facing forward, rolling those shoulders back, inviting that energy. Lovely. From here, coming up onto the toes. So we're going to inhale, lifting those heels. Exhale, slowly start to squat down towards the floor, and then you're going to roll back onto your back. So if this isn't comfortable for you, you can just make your way down onto the floor. Or again, lifting those heels, bending the knees, starting to squat down, and then rolling back. Coming to lie on your back, just pause very briefly. Notice how the body feels after the sun salutations. The sun salutations are brilliant to warm up the whole of the body. They're also a really nice way to invite that breath in with the movement, or the movement with the breath. Full breath here. Okay, so still focusing on just warming up the body. From here, bringing your hands down by your side. Your right leg, you're going to start to lift up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower that leg all the way down towards the floor before it touches. Then inhale, lifting that leg back up. Just keep that going. Just keep that movement. Don't worry too much if you're exhaling or inhaling at the wrong point. Doesn't really matter. Just get some movement into these legs. Just working these legs, building strength, working into the tummy. So the reason why we do work that focuses on the tummy in a mindful ways. It helps to look after our lower back for things like back bends, forward folds, and things like that. Just 2 more on this leg. So hovering just above and then lifting that leg as high as you can, and then exhale, lower it all the way down. Notice it's already, that leg feels a little bit longer, just through stretching through. And do the same on the left. So inhale, just start to lift that leg up. Hold it here, find that connection. You can have your hands on your hips by your side. Exhale, lower down. Just so it hovers off the floor. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, down, inhale up. So that movement, lifting that leg up, it's just really working into these lower abs, but also strengthening into the hips, all these hip movements. Just keep that going, building strength here. It's amazing how just lifting one leg, lowering down, lifting up, lower down, lifting up, slow, lower down. 2 more. Probably really feeling this perhaps. And then this last one, lower all the way. Take the hands all the way up above the head, really reaching with the arms, reaching with the feet. Full body stretch here. Exhale, just slowly bring the knees in towards your chest. Give your knees a little bit of a squeeze. You can rock the knees from side to side. Then we're going to roll over all the way to our hands and knees. So coming on to hands and knees, just arrive here first of all. Notice how you feel. Okay, you can shift your hips back onto your heels if you want to. We're going to come into a dolphin pose here. So where your hands are, I want you to bring your elbows down. Then I want you to bring your hands together. Okay, so it's a bit like our headstand prep here, but we're just bringing the hands together here. Then we curl the toes under, we inhale, start to lift the hips, keeping the head off the floor. Okay, so coming into dolphin. So it's like downward facing dog, apart from our hands, our clasps, and our forearms are on the floor, our elbows. Take a breath, lifting the hips, building strength into the shoulders. This might be enough for you. If you want a bit more, you can inhale, start to shift forward with your chin, and then come back into dolphin. So you can do a few of these, building strength in those shoulders, in the tummy, in the legs, moving slow, or you can stay in dolphin. Just a few more. Exhaling back, inhaling forward, exhaling back. 1 more. Take a breath in dolphin. Exhale, lower your knees down. Come on to the top of the feet. Swing the arms all the way back. Release the head towards the floor. Coming into a child's pose. Do you feel like you need some space with the heat? You can take a wide child's and rest here. Taking 5 breaths. Just building a little bit of strength into the shoulders. Again, moving mindfully, taking time to rest and to restore, connecting back to that breath. And then slowly coming back up. Again, this time, hands are placed, we're in all fours again. Elbows come down to the floor. This time, just check the distance between the elbows, interlace. We're going to come into headstand prep. That doesn't mean we're going to come up into a headstand. It's just building strength and that intention and just getting used to how it feels, okay? So from here, tucking the head, the chin in towards the chest. You might need to walk your hands forward, bringing your head towards the floor. What I want you to do is push away with your arms so that you're not collapsing the crown of your head into it and crunching through the neck. You want to push your hands away so you can just feel your head touching the floor. Then we curl the toes under, lift those hips. Start to walk the feet towards the body a bit more. Then we're just going to lift one leg up. Take a breath. Keeping that leg lifted. Doesn't have to come high, just practice. Push away with those forearms. Exhale, release that right foot. Walk the feet back, lower the knees. Come off the head, off the hands. Just shift back, bring the hands towards the head. Coming into a modified child's. Take a breath here. It's just working through step by step, those little transitions that then perhaps one day you might have a go, maybe using a wall behind you for support, just to perhaps start to see if you can lift off. It's having that awareness in the shoulders though, that's where you need the support. Inhale, coming back up. One more time, just so we can work on the left leg. Elbows come down. Just check the distance. Bring the hands forward, interlace. Make sure you've got a flat base. Tucking the chin. Head comes towards the floor. Curl the toes under. Inhale, lifting up. Start to walk the feet forward. And then this time lifting the left leg up. Push away. Engage through those shoulders. So you really start to push the forearms into the ground, lifting up a little bit through the head, building more strength here. Navel draws in. One more breath, not collapsing through that neck. Exhale, release the left foot down. Pause here. Lift those hips a little bit higher, maybe even come onto the toes of the feet, and then slowly walk the feet back. Coming off of the head, off of the hands, dragging those hands back, forward, fold over the knees, or take a wide child's, just releasing through. Full breath here. Notice how you feel. And remember, the reading from the start. It's not about the poses. It's about being safe in them. We're coming on to lie on our backs. It's about being safe, but it's also about finding your expression of that pose. And each day will be different on how you're feeling. Come to lie down. Just take a moment. Have your knees bent, your legs out straight. Full breath in. Really invite that breath in. Exhale, release. Okay, from here, you have a choice. You can either come into bridge, which we will do in a moment, just to get some movement in through the hips and a little bit more through the neck. So we're working on the throat chakra, okay? Or if you want to, coming into our shoulder stand. Now, shoulder stand doesn't have to be where you're all the way up. It could be that you're taking more into the shoulders here and your hips are a little bit further down. This is fine. Find your expression of the pose. Don't feel like you have to force anything. If you want some extra support, you can put a blanket underneath the shoulders, but making sure that the head is off the blanket, okay? So it's just that support for the shoulder area. From here, inhale. Just lifting the knees towards the chest, hands next to your hips. Just start to roll the hips up and back, and then you can walk your hands towards your lower back. Reaching through the soles of the feet, maybe through the toes, and maybe you stay here. You can wiggle the feet, still getting that little bit of a compression here through the front of the throat. You could just be here, okay? Don't feel like you have to go too far. Maybe you walk the hands a little further up the back and take the shoulders and the hips possibly in line with each other. But again, we want to keep that curve in the neck, so the neck shouldn't be coming flat to the floor. And this is a shoulder stand, not a neck stand. To really find the breath here. Close your eyes. In whatever position you are, if you need to adjust, do. Keep your head straight. Don't look left to right. Breathe. Full breaths. When you're ready, maybe coming into a plow pose where you start to reach the toes back behind you. Maybe they'll reach the floor. Maybe you can straighten through the legs again. Just take one breath or two here. Remember, trying to breathe into the front of the body can be quite hard here, so breathe into the back. These are challenging poses. Really good, the nervous system. Take one more breath. Bend those knees. Slowly rolling down. Take your time, use your hands of support. Reaching back down with the feet. Feet come down to the ground. Take a breath. Stretching out through the legs, maybe wiggle the feet just a little bit. Check out how long you possibly feel. And then from here, just bring your hands, palms down underneath your bottom, forearms on the ground. So it's almost like you're tucking your arms into your sides. Push down with your elbow and your forearms just to lift your head, point your toes, and look towards the back of your mat. So you're starting to take your throat, your head, your neck the other way. Maybe bringing the crown of the head to the earth. My bobble's in the way. My head. Take a breath, is just flipping it the other way. Breathing into that throat area. Exhale, slowly rolling yourself back out. Bend the knees. Remove the hands, bring the knees in towards your chest and give yourself a little bit of a squeeze here. Rocking one side to the other. And then release. Okay, from here, coming up into a seat. So we have a choice. We're coming into like a seated eagle pose. So you could keep your arms and your legs crossed and just work into the arms. Or you could bring one foot in, so you shift to one side and then bring the other leg up and over. So you're coming into like cow face with the legs. So you could be here, okay, or you could be in a cross-legged position. Wherever you are, just get comfortable. Find that seat. Feel free to move any fleshy bits out of the way that you need to. Don't worry too much about whether you're doing this right. Just feel connected to the earth, connected to your breath, and bringing the arms up at shoulder height. You're going to drop right arm under the left, and then bring the hands towards each other, so bending at the elbows. Feel free, you can keep the arms here if this is enough, depending on how tight you are on the shoulders, but maybe you can inhale, just start to lift through the arms. Find that breath. Navel draws back. Takes a lot of focus. Notice what's going on in the body. Exhale, gently release. Switching the legs if they're crossed. In either pose, so even if you're in cross-legged, just switch them over. For me now, my left leg is on top. Definitely feels different compared to the other side. And again, just take a moment, settle in here. And inhale, bring the arms up to shoulder height. This time, left arm going under, reaching around the right, holding on to the hands. Inhale here. Maybe you start to lift those elbows, really creating that length through the spine, twisting through the arms, the shoulders, really good stretch for the shoulders. Feel free to look up towards the hands if you want to. We'll keep the gaze out in front. One more breath here. Exhale, release. Staying where you are with the legs, just briefly folding forwards. Maybe releasing the hands, or if you're in your Mukasana legs, you can bring your hands to your soles of your feet and just bend forward here. Nose towards the knees, towards the ground. Just take a breath. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Okay, uncross those legs, coming over onto all fours. Going through a little flow here. So pushing away with the mat or with the hands, grounding down. From here, we're going to extend the left foot up towards the ceiling, so the sole comes up towards the ceiling, arching through the back, your gaze comes up also, so you've got this bend, so it's a slight back bend here. On an exhale, your left knee is going to come in towards your face, you're going to round through. Inhale, send that foot away, up towards the ceiling, opening up to think cat and cow here. We tend to call this tiger. Knee in towards the chest, head rounds through as we exhale. Inhale, take it up again. Exhale, round. Two more. One more. Move with the breath. Exhaling, drawing it in. And then from here, step that left foot up in between the hands. Take a moment just to shift forward and back the hips. Nice stretch here. And then send, so your left foot is up towards the front of your mat. With your right toes, send them off towards the left side of your mat. So you're spinning that hip. That lower leg comes down. Walk the hands all the way around to the right side. Straighten through that left leg. Maybe bring the sole of the foot to the ground, coming into a gate pose. Or a variation. Reaching up with that left hand. Maybe the palm comes to the floor. Maybe you take more height. Breathing deep here. So the left leg is straight, the right leg is bent. One more breath. Exhale, walk the hands forward, and then just take a forward fold, shifting those hips back. So you really start to bend forward here, straightening through that left leg, so the hips are pointing back. Take a breath. Inhale, coming up onto the fingertips. Walk your way all the way back. That knee is now back in line with the hips. And that front foot. Take a full breath here. Exhale, bringing that left knee back, coming back into your tabletop. Going on to the other side. Push away from the floor. Navel draws in, coming to that flat back position. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Inhale, take the sole of that right foot up towards the ceiling and start to arch through the back. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drawing. Inhale, reach, find that breath. Exhale, draw in. You don't have to lift that foot too high. Just lift it as high so you can start to get a bit of a back bend. Exhale, draw in. One more. Inhale. Exhale, drawing through. Inhale, step that right foot up towards the front of your mat. Again, just get some movement in here into those hips. You can really start to drop those hips down. Find the breath. And then repeating the gate pose on this side. So from here, right foot's at the front of the mat. The left toes now are going to swing out towards the right. As you then start to walk your hands round, left hand plant, start straighten through that right leg. Lovely. Reaching that right arm up and maybe over towards the back of your mat, towards that left hand. Really stretching into this side body. Full breath. Exhale, walking the hands out in front. Reach the hands forward and then just send the hips back as you fold down towards the ground. Taking a stretch. Breathe into the body. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Walk the hands forward. And then bring in the right foot back. Right knee meets the left. And just shift back onto your heels briefly. You can put a cushion underneath your hips and your heels if you want to. From here, I want you to really clench your fists and bring them towards your tummy. So they rest on your hips, but they're in towards the tummy. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale here. Keep the fists where they are. As you exhale, start to fold over. So it's just a little bit of a compression, a bit of a rinse for the digestive system, for those organs, the folding forwards. If this doesn't feel okay, you don't need to do it. Just going to take a couple more breaths here in this child pose. Variation with the fists on the hips. Gently pushing into our tummies. Take another breath. Breathing into those hands. On your next inhale, slowly roll up. Release the hands. Just take a moment to breathe here. Just notice how this feels. And then slowly coming over onto your bottoms, keeping your feet, your knees bent. Take a moment. From here, just see, you can do this one at a time, but maybe just try first of all. See if you can bring your index finger and middle finger and thumb, your peace fingers, to wrap around your toes. So you can lift your toes up, knees in towards the chest. So feel free, if it's too much, you can do this one at a time. Or maybe just tap into the core. So you have to sort of walk your heels back a little bit and just balance. Maybe this is enough. You can hold on to the side of the feet if you want to. Maybe you stay here. Maybe just trust. Push into your fingers, fingers push into your toe. Maybe you can start to lift the legs. They don't have to go straight. If you wobble out, you do. If you roll back, you do. It's fine. Tap into that core. Open up through the chest. Strong pose. You can do this one leg at a time. If you are, switch now. Come into it, do the other leg. Take one more breath. You're doing really, really well. Takes a lot of concentration, using that drishti, that focus. Exhale. Whoa, slowly bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. Baddha or cobbler's pose. Butterfly legs. Just allow the knees to gently start to push towards the sides. Set nice, tall. You can bring your wings back in and then lower them back down. Take a moment here. Just notice. Exhale, release. Bringing the feet back out in front. This time just widen the feet a little bit further so they're hip width apart. Bring your hands behind you, maybe the hands facing towards your bottom. We're going to come into reverse table here. So take your time, move slow, roll those shoulders back. Inhale, start to lift the hips. They don't have to come all the way up, okay? Decide what works for you, decide what works in your hands. Maybe dropping the head in line with the spine. Exhale, lower. Feel free if you need to change the position of your hands, you can. We're going to do this again 2 more times. Moving slow. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, really starting to curve up through the spine, lifting those hips. Maybe dropping the head back. Exhale, lowering back down. Coming onto the fingertips, just take the weight out of the shoulders. Exhale, really plant. Inhale, start to lift up. Full breath. Embrace that strength in the body. Exhale, lower back down. Reaching the feet out in front of you. Inhale, take length through both sides of the body. Exhale, folding forwards. Feel free to bend those knees, bring the heels to the ground. Just reaching. So we took the hips one way, taking the hips the other. Inhale. From here, cross the legs. If you've come to my in-person classes, then you will know that sometimes we practice this. We're just going to see if we can come to standing with the legs crossed, okay, without putting our hands down on the floor. Okay, it can take practice, so don't worry if you don't do it first time. Maybe it's something you work on, okay? For me, sometimes having the hands at the heart and having a bit of momentum as you come forward, push down through the sides of the feet, come up to standing, and then uncross your legs. Take a sip of water if you need to, it's very warm today. And then just take a moment. From here, you're going to step your left foot back. We will be coming onto our backs in a minute for our relaxation, but just take that left foot back, straighten through both legs, and then what I want you to do is just turn the toes in. Turn the heel in of that back leg. So we're coming into sort of warrior 2 legs, into our extended triangle pose. So inhale, hands up to shoulder height, left to right, bump the hips back, and then reach with your right hand, coming all the way down to the shin, maybe to the floor. You decide, reach that left arm up. Take your breath. Relaxing through the head. And then from here, looking forwards, bringing the hands forwards, bend through that front knee. Reach with that right hand hand. Maybe if you've got a block, you can put a block there in front of this right foot. So reaching with that right hand, lifting that left leg. Maybe you just lift that left leg off the floor, toes pointing down. Or maybe you start to lift the leg a little bit higher, toes now pointing out towards the left side, and start to lift up through that left arm. Coming into our half moon. You can even start to hover here, or keep the right hand on the floor. Take one more breath. Exhale, looking down towards the floor. Just bring your hands down if you're able to, maybe onto that right leg. And just lift that left leg up behind you. Standing splits. And then exhale, left leg comes down to the floor to meet the right forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way back up. Repeating on the other side now. Arrive in your mountain, then step your right foot back, coming into the warrior, 2 legs. Again, maybe not as wide. Inhale here. Both legs are straight, bump the hips back, and then start to lean forward with that left hand. So you're really reaching, and then left hand comes down. Right hand reaches up. Take a breath. Coming into our triangle pose. Navel draws back, right hip draws back, the left hip draws under. And then dropping that right arm down, bend into that left knee. Come forward slightly. You might have to come on the toes of that back foot. Reach that left hand down. Lift that right leg behind you, coming into a one-legged fold here. So just decide, maybe this is enough for you. You can focus here, you can bring the right hand down, just focus on that standing split. Or maybe send the right toes out. Right arm comes up, coming into our half moon. Take a breath. Spiraling the chest open. One more breath here. Exhale, release left hand down, release right hand down. Lifting that right leg up behind you, standing split. Exhale, right foot joins the left, forward fold. Inhale, slowly coming up, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Coming into a balance pose now, and we know this balance pose anyway, tree, but we're just going to mix it up just a little bit. So from here, just bringing the feet together, shifting the weight over to the left side, relax through the shoulders, and just start to bring the right foot up. So the right foot could be resting on the shin, can rest on the inside of that knee as long as you're gentle and you're really not pushing against it. Or maybe you have the right foot drawing in towards the left thigh. Wherever you are, I want you to just start to open up through your arms. Your arms come at shoulder height, palms facing forwards. Navel draws back. Find that drishti. Your right hand is now going to come to rest on your right knee with your palm facing forward. Bring your index finger and thumb together, so taking that chin mudra, and then maybe just start to reach that left arm up, coming into a tree bend here, okay, or bendy tree. You're really starting to bend into this waist, stretching through the left side. It really tests the balance. So using these connections, the right hand on the right knee. Inhale, coming back up. Then just transition. Maybe that right hand can reach up, and that left hand now can just trace down the left leg. Can you reach over towards the left side of the right hand? Try and maintain that balance. If not, just come back to that tree, it's fine. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release. Shake off the legs. Take a breath, shake off the arms. Release, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just releasing that energy. Sometimes that frustration. Okay, going on to the other side. Just gently shifting the weight to the right, healing that left leg, and placing it wherever is comfortable. Finding that drishti. Again, you can stay here in tree, or maybe bring the arms up at shoulder height, palms facing forwards. Left hand comes down, taking that chin mudra, index finger and thumb. And maybe that right hand can reach it up. You can take the mudra here with this hand as well if you'd like to. Really just come into this bending tree. Find that focus. It's a balance and a stretch here. Just notice. Inhale, coming back up. Maybe you can bring the right hand down to rest on the right thigh, and maybe you can reach this left arm up and over. Trust yourself. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, release. Shake off the legs, come back to the front of your mat. Pause, close your eyes just briefly. Bending the knees, inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Exhale, folding down, forward fold. Feel that stretch in the lower back, bend the knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften, bending through the knees, bringing the hands down, step one foot back, step the other foot back, coming into plank, push away from the floor. Exhale, either lower knees or chaturanga all the way down, or halfway into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath, reaching, stretching through the arms. Full breath here. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Clawing through those fingertips. Navel draws in. Full conscious breath. One more here. Exhale, lower the knees down. Walk back, keeping the hips high, reach the hands forward, melt the heart down to the earth, forehead perhaps kisses the ground, coming into variation of puppy posture. You can bring your forearms down to the ground also if you want to. You don't have to reach through here, it's entirely up to you. One more breath. And then slowly walking the knees together. If you're not comfortable kneeling on your heels, just come to a comfortable seat. I'm just going to take a twist here before we come down onto our back. So right hand on the left knee. Left hand comes behind, you can just rest on your feet. Roll that left shoulder back. Open up through the chest. Breathing deep. Slowly coming back to the center, take it the other way. Inhale, open up through the chest. Take that twist. Twisting through the waist. Exhale, coming back. Spin the legs to one side if you're kneeling, and then come all the way down onto your back. Take a moment here. So here's a few minutes for you to decide whether there's anything else that you need. So sometimes you feel like you need to take some other poses. It could be knees into your chest and rocking the hips side to side. It could be a bridge pose. It could be a spinal twist of allowing the knees to go to one side. Or you simply might just want to arrive here. Taking up space. Just noticing how you feel, noticing how you are. Full conscious breath. Whatever you need, take a moment. And then come down to your relaxation. Find that breath. Use the breath. It's there for your benefit, so use it to soften, to let go. And whilst you lie here, again, I'm just going to read you something from Dana Fields. She's amazing. She's got some amazing books out with lots of beautiful words. So feel free to always go and just check her out. I'll try and put a link in the group. This is called Walk Slowly. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still. Just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper. And I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross that finish line. That waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I am going. That many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, to be, and walk slowly into mystery. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Allowing that breath to release any tension, anything you're holding on to. On your next breath in, just reaching the hands up behind your head, taking that full body stretch. And as you exhale, bring your hands and your knees in towards your chest, giving your knees a little bit of a squeeze, and then rolling over onto one side. And slowly